Welcome to lesson 17 of Google Sheets for beginners, or for anybody who's looking for tips and tricks and things like that. This is going to be a shorter lesson. Famous last words. I know you're thinking to yourself, that dude never shuts up. But don't forget, a reminder, down in the bottom right hand corner there's a little settings wheel cog. Click on that. Make sure you're watching in HD, and also because I do tend to talk a lot, if you want to speed up what I'm saying, if I'm going a little slow for you, you want to speed it up, then you can increase the speed of the video and watch me at 1.5 times or whatever works for you. So don't forget that that option is there. Today we're going to talk about two little things. I'm just going to show you, and basically you may use them, you may not use them, but they're just things I think you should know about. And so let's jump over to the spreadsheet and let's talk about those things. The first one is formulas, looking at formulas, because sometimes you need to know if a spreadsheet is formulas. We've talked about copying and pasting, and we've talked about how if there are formulas like here and you copy and paste this somewhere, you're going to be pasting the formula, not the two, because that's the value of the formula. You're going to be pasting the actual formula. And that value may stay the same, it may not, depending on how you paste it, right? Well, sometimes you get a spreadsheet and you don't want to have to click inside everything to figure out what is a formula and what's not a formula. So there's an easy way to do that. You just go up here to View, and right there's the Show Formula. If you click that, it shows all the formulas on the spreadsheet. So now, instead of displaying the result of that calculation, it just shows you, hey, that's a formula. You would know right away, okay, those are formulas. And then to go back to seeing what you want to see, which is the result of the formula, once you're done, you can just go back. But that's a good way, if someone sends you a spreadsheet, for you to know where those formulas are. I have another one over here somewhere. Let's see. Here it is. So this is just a working spreadsheet I've used for a lot of different things. If we go to View and go to Show Formulas, you can see there's this column is all formulas, and this column here is a special formula. So you would know if you copy and paste, these are going to be formulas. So sometimes it's just good to know that what columns in my spreadsheet that I just received are actually formulas and not what I'm seeing. And that's how you do it. Just go to View and Show Formulas. You uncheck it, and then it goes back to displaying the results of those formulas. So fairly simple to do that. And that's how you do it. Now the other thing I wanted to show you, and this is really just a little tool that Google gives you that might come in handy at some times. And that's Google Explore feature. Explore is this thing right down here. It's kind of grayed out, but it's Explore, says Explore if you hover over it. When you don't, it's just the little box with the diamond inside of it, I guess you would say. So if you click inside any table, so like this little table, and this is a very simplified one, and then you click the Explore button, Google will try to show you possible things you can get, information you can draw out of this table, as well as formatting and charts and stuff you can use. So, for example, you come down here, Analysis, this is a chart. When you hover over, you can see. It shows you that you have 20 apples, which is 57.1% of the total. 5 bananas, 14.3%. And what's cool is you can click the plus button to insert the chart, or you can just click it and drag it, but if you click the plus button, boom, insert your chart. So you didn't have to know where to go in the menu to try to figure out, how do I create a chart from this? Google just did it for you. And now you have a nice, decent looking chart to represent your data. I'm going to take that away. And you see, there's another chart down here, and you could use that chart, and you could insert that. Different chart bar, just bar charts. You also have different things you can look up, different information. You can ask questions about the data, and it'll try to get it for you. So kind of a cool little feature. Let's jump over to another one. This one's a little more complex because it's got calculations. You've got the amount paid and the amount owed for all these different people. So I'm going to click that Explore button, and you'll see top name by amount owed. So if I click that, the top name by amount owed is Joe. So right away you can see who owes the most still. And right there you got it, Joe. So that's easy way to find this data inside of it. If this was a long chart of 200 people, it'd be easy to find that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take that out, and go back. Now it's also offering advice for formatting. So it sees that this is a table that you have here. So it's offering different formats that you could apply to this. So I'll pick one of them. I'll pick this little aqua one. I'm going to click that, and you see it applied nice formatting with the darker on the top on the header row, and then every other row slightly shaded to make it easy to read the chart. So it's right there just by using that Explorer. You can go down, you can look at, here's some analysis. So looking at this, this is a chart that shows you how much paid versus how much owed. And you can easily look at this chart and see the people who've paid and don't owe anything versus people who are kind of in the middle, and then other people who still owe a lot. All nicely laid out on this chart. Again, you can just click that button if you want to add that chart, and then you got that information right here. So just an easy way to add charts or different information. And again, Google is just trying its best based on the information provided to see what it can give you that might be helpful or useful. And sometimes you won't find anything, and sometimes you will. But a lot of times, especially if you're dealing with simplified information, it'll give you good stuff. Let's look at one other one just so you can kind of see. Well, there's this one. This one's pretty simple. I don't know this one's going to be much different than anything else. Yeah, not really all that useful on this one. Just depends on what what Google extracts, how it's seeing the information you're giving it. If we go to this chart and we click on the Explorer, and you'll see it's offering again those formatting options. And then here's some information. Count of month birth. So this is like how many birthdays in each of these months. A little bit of information. So it's just, you never know. It depends on what your data is. Again, you could create your own charts yourself manually. Sometimes it'll offer pivot table suggestions, and again, that's all. It's sort of advanced stuff, but just by using the Explore tab down here in the bottom right, you can get some of that information. You can get suggestions for formatting. You can get suggestions for charts that might enhance your spreadsheet without you having to figure it out on your own. So that's Explore. Again, I told you it was going to be short and pretty simple because that really is all it is. It's just this bottom right hand Explore button just as a way to try to let Google help you come up with information. And again, you can ask questions. When you click that Explore button, it does have questions you can ask about the data. It's like name with highest amount paid. And these are suggested questions, but you can ask your own question. It's give or take 50-50 whether or not it's going to come up with it. But like highest amount paid is Sally. And see, that's highest amount paid, so there's only one answer for that. And you can see Debbie and Sally both have paid, so they're equals, but it can only give you one result. So Again, sometimes it's going to be useful information, useful charts. Other times it may not be, but it's just something to be aware of. Something that might be helpful for you from time to time is that Explorer. And then don't forget also that if you want to see the formulas, just go to View, Show Formulas, and that's how you see any formulas that are in your spreadsheet if you want to see those. So anyway, that's it for this lesson. I told you this was going to be a shorter lesson, and I think it was. But I wanted to make sure you knew about those two things because they could come in handy for you. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments section below. I will do my best to answer you as soon as I can, or maybe someone else sees it, they can answer you as well. Don't forget to practice. Go back and rewatch videos as often as you need to, and play with the practice documents that you have. The link to download those is in the description below. Try things, play with things. That's the best way to learn how to use it. And yeah, that's going to be it until the next lesson. I think that's enough for this one. So until next time, have a great day.